All-Star break treat you, and what was it like first day back with the group?
All-Star break was good. I think everybody enjoyed it, and yeah, today was good. Just getting back, seeing the guys, and getting up and down as a team as well.
After one of the games before the break, you said you wanted to work on your conditioning. What did you work on during the break? Was that something you worked on? How are you feeling coming out of the break and during this last stretch of the season?
I feel good. Yeah, I'm excited to get this last stretch going. The break was really good to me. Got some good work in, relaxed. So I think everyone else had a good break as well. So everyone's fresh, rejuvenated.
You mentioned a lot this year, you and some of your teammates as well mentioned just kind of the sense of urgency you guys have had. Obviously injuries kind of played a factor in that, but now that you guys are back for this last quarter of the season or so, what kind of urgency do you sense from your group?
Yeah, I think everyone knows where we're at and what we need to do to get to where we want to be. And so I think that's just something that the whole group's been talking about, having that focus and coming out strong and started this second half.
What's the talk amongst the group that it's really time?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 26 games left, 50-something days, so it's going to go by really quick, So every game, we got to be, focused. If we win or lose, we got to be able to refocus and just move on to the next challenge because all these games are going to be important.
You guys kind of made a similar run last year. I think you were 8th and 2.5 games back at 5th last year after at the All-Star break. I know this year's team is not last year's team, but how much can you draw on that experience on how to finish the season strong and kind of sprint to the end?
Yeah, I think, like I said, everyone understands where we're at and what's going to be needed to get us to our goals. And so it's going to take sacrifice from everybody. And I think the energy was good today, and everyone's understands that.
You said the energy was good today. Just how much practice overall?
Practice was good. It was good. Energy was high. Guys were moving around, loud, talking. So it was good energy.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Thank you.
So, Franz, officially, how did the break treat you, and how was the first day of practice back today?
Yeah, it was good. I had a good break. It's good to get away a little bit and just relax a little bit, the mind and the body. And I thought it was a good first day. Played a little bit, and it's good to get back to it.
What was talked about in this first practice back amongst the guys, or the coach, or What was kind of the focus of today? Was talking about.
I mean, I think just playing and getting back into a rhythm, and then obviously the way our position is in the standings, that we really have no time to waste.
How would you kind of assess the energy from your group today? Powell mentioned that you guys were, loud, talking, getting able to run up and down a little bit. Just kind of how was the energy of today?
I thought it was good energy, honestly. For first day back, I thought our execution was pretty good, and but it's just one day. We got 2 more days before the game, and hopefully those will be good too.
You guys know the stretch means to you guys. You mentioned the sense of urgency. How much responsibility do you take upon yourselves to make sure that you guys get this right?
I mean, obviously, all the responsibility. I think everybody has to be locked in and has to be super focused, because our goal is to be in the playoffs. And obviously, right now, our position is where it is, and I think we're 2 games out of that. So I think it just starts with one day at a time, just focusing on the right stuff and on the things we got to improve, and then I think we'll be all right.
You guys made a similar push after last year's All-Star break. I think you guys were 8th and 2.5 out of where you ended up finishing in 5th last year. What could you maybe draw from that experience and knowing you have to kind of finish the season strong to get where you want to go in the playoffs?
Yeah, sure, that's great. I mean, it's a whole new year, new challenges. Obviously, guys being in and out, I think we didn't really have that situation last year as much. So, no, I think we're up for the challenge, and I think it starts right here on the court in practice. And I think everybody had a good break and is ready to go.
I think you can sense that everyone's eager to see this team kind of back at full strength. We don't know where Jalen's at, but do you sense an eagerness to kind of get to have everyone back at the break, kind of refreshed everyone a little bit health-wise to kind of get closer to where you guys maybe felt like you should have been?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, injuries are part of the game, obviously, and it doesn't make stuff easier, but it's also the reality of it, and happens to every team every year. So, I think it'd be really good to have almost everybody back. Obviously, Mo will be out, and just get back into a room. Really haven't played a lot of games together this year, so I think that would be super cool.
You watched the All-Star game?
I did not watch the All-Star game. I watched Max dunk contest though.
Okay, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was very impressive. Mag obviously crushed it again. I thought Casa had some really nice dunks as well. I think it's really difficult to impress people these days with that kind of stuff. So I thought it was really, really entertaining. Yes, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Y'all go away? Did you not? Did you stay? Did you go to All-Star? Did you hang out?
Chicago. It's cold as hell.
That's awful. Why would you do that?
I woke up in 0-degree weather this morning.
Is your family there?
Yeah, and my girlfriend's there. Yeah.
Dude,
Happy wife.
That is 100%.
60 hours covering the Daytona 500.
That was good though.
I think it's still going on.
It's still raining in Daytona right now, currently.
Palos did win. That's all.
That's all that. That's all.
Pagano
That,
did not
Joey
win.
Pagano.
is that-
Joey
is that-
Logano,
okay.
as he called.
oh gosh. Oh, stop. What do we got?
Coach, how was your break, and what was the energy and first day back like for this group?
The break was fantastic. Very necessary to get some time with the family, uninterrupted time, which was great to be around wife and kids and just be able to spend that time away, reflect a little bit on the first half of the year, and then just being able to get back in this gym was absolutely great. The energy was competitive, it was tough, it was fiery, very spirited, and it was great to have these guys back in the gym with that amount of energy and that amount of spirit.
Talked to you a little bit before break about how you said you guys had 3 seasons in one, but what did that reflection on the first 56 games of the season, but maybe a little bit more in depth, tell you about this season's one?
It was interesting because going back and looking at the film, which I shouldn't have been doing over the break, but I did. Just looking at the games that we played together was one piece, and then realizing how many guys were out for the time frame that they were out. I think we forget that. But going back and looking at those games and just realizing we haven't been a whole team, but our ability to keep our spirit and our energy and our focus through that entire time was something that I really was proud of this group for. And obviously moving into this back end, understanding how we need to play, the great qualities of things that we did both defensively and offensively, just honing in on those and making sure we stick to that script, for the remainder.
Was that part of the message to the team, or what was the message to the team today on this practice?
26 games left in 54 days. Being able to hone into one game at a time, not looking too far ahead and not looking at the back end of the season, just walking forward into what we know we can control and how we need to play each and every single night with the amount of energy defensively, the focus and the selflessness offensively, and then just the energy and the spirit of a great group that's going to continue to fight and battle no matter what's going on.
For the most part, this group really turned it on after the All-Star break last year. They're professionals, so you really don't have to say, hey, fellas, it's go time. But just like last year it is, it's go time.
Well, I think just the ability to focus on the moment that you're in right now. And I think taking it one game at a time, and again, going back to possibly being a whole team, understanding exactly what your job is and being able to do your job at a high level with this group. And I think these guys understand that. I think the less we talk about it, the better. I think just putting into action and going out and playing with the energy, with the spirit, with the focus, with the tenacity of Orlando Magic basketball.
Kind of to that point, we've talked about how this group's been largely together for the last few years. It feels like they kind of have an ownership over it.
Yeah.
Do you sense that there's, I don't know if urgency is the right word, but do you sense that there's an ownership of like, hey, we've got 26 games to get where we feel we belong and where we feel we should be at from guys internally?
I think internally you can feel that, and I don't think it's more of a here's what we know we're capable of doing. And then you saw a lot of that in practice, knowing exactly how hard we need to play, the fight we have to have, the tenacity we need to play with, the focus, the energy, the accountability, and the ownership we have to play with. And I think that was displayed today, and that's what I'm most proud of this group in this moment right now, is that this is what they displayed coming back off of a break.
It's been a long season, obviously, with all the adversity and injuries you faced. Is some of that energy just being able to kind of reset, recharge, like go away for a little bit and then come back and refocus in? Do you sense that part of it?
Absolutely. I think every team, and you hear other coaches talk about it throughout the league, that January stretch, before the trade deadline, before the All-Star break, there's a little bit of a lull for every team. You hit it no matter whether you try not to or not. And I think our guys felt that, and our ability to be able to go take the break, reset, refresh, and understand exactly how we need to come out on this last 26 games.
How's Jalen doing?
Jalen was able to go through, running portions of practice, but no contact still.
How much value do you think was in the week off for him, and not only him, but some of the other guys as well that have been back from injury a little bit, but are still trying to get back into I think Palace at elite shape. Just how important was that week off for them?
I think it's huge. I think anytime you get a moment to reset, and do the things that you weren't able to do because you're walking back right in the middle of the season, and so you're trying to play yourself in some shape as well as do some extra cardio on the side. those aren't easy tasks to try to accomplish throughout the year. So having a week where you can settle down a little bit and then get in the cardio and the conditioning and the elite shape that they're talking about, you're able to do that on your own at your pace, without having to rush into a game the next day. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Yes, indeed.